In the news this week,
George is checking out the latest KTV dramas at the Kent Film Festival.
Irina and Kathy look into Housing Week.
And we have an update on the weather.
I'm Maisie Golding.
And I'm Alexander Lilly, and you're watching KTV News.
It's that time of year again where everyone is looking for their new student house. There is so much to think about. Price, location and choosing agents. It can all be very daunting. Here's Irina and Kathy with some tips.
Hello, I'm Irina Gneusha and this is KTV News. We are here on the Housing Fair, an event organized by the Kent Union, among other events during the Housing Week. And in this Housing Week, students could talk to the approved landlords and agents. They could receive some valuable advice on the housing tips. They could even find a housemate and find out what they should do after they found an appropriate house. Hello, I'm here with Megan, a sabbatical officer for welfare. Hello, Megan.
Hey.
Tell me, what are you doing here?
So obviously it's housing week this week. So Housing Fair is a great opportunity to get loads of advice about tenancy checking, what to look for when you're looking for a property off campus. And then we've got the opportunity for students to look at accredited properties as well. In the last couple of years, we've introduced events such as like Find a Housemate. Mm-hmm. So on Tuesday, we had 65 people come along, have a chat, so they can meet other people to find a house with and stuff like that.
I'm here with the students looking for accommodation. So tell me, what are you looking for?
Looking for somewhere fairly nice. We've got 5 of us.
Yeah,
so,
5 of us.
Just somewhere close to the campus, generally.
Nice kitchen, nice bedrooms, nice bathroom, sort of thing.
Low rent.
Roughly a 4-bedroom house, or even a 5-bedroom. So there's quite a lot of us, all boys. Somewhere close to campus, so it's easy for us to get to lectures. But then I heard it's really competitive to get houses near campus.
How do you think, is it useful to go for a fair like this to look to find what you're searching for?
Yeah, definitely.
Very useful. I mean, this is sort of where we're starting. We're starting off with this, and then we're going to look for houses, through websites and things.
And it's nice to have everything all in one place, all the information you need, and see lots of different houses and all of that.
And is it your first experience of searching for a house?
Yeah, never done this before.
And can you recommend something for organisers to do a little bit more next year?
I'll probably say they marketed it quite well. Probably just that, maybe a bit more promotion so that every student knows it's easy to come here instead of trying to do it solo.
I wouldn't really know.
No, I can't think of anything.
Okay.
But,
so you're satisfied from what you see?
Yeah, from what I've seen
it's
so
really
far,
good.
yeah.
And now let's hear the report of Kathleen Plumridge, who will give us some tips on how to choose the house correctly.
Thanks, Irina. We're here in my house, a typical student house, where I'll be giving you top tips on finding your house next year. First things first, bring a few items from home and maybe a few soft furnishings just to make your room feel a little bit more homely. If you're going cheap, bring a few blankets, hot water bottles and maybe even a cheeky onesie just to keep yourself warm at night. If you're on the ground floor like me, don't forget a couple pairs of earplugs because drunk students are not the quietest. And remember, you've got to take it all home at the end of the year, so pack light. The front room is where you're going to be spending a lot of time with your housemates, so make sure it's a place you want to spend time. If any of your flatmates have a TV or game console, that's a good place to move them into so you can all play together. Moving on to the bathroom, if you don't want your things to get used, move them out because as it's a communal area, people will use it. Also, make sure you always have plenty of toilet roll and cleaning products because that's a place you want to keep clean. Living off campus with some of your friends can be the best time of your life, but if you're looking for a room on your own, never fear, as rooms are always being advertised on Facebook and social media sites. I've been Kathleen Plumridge. This has been my house. Back to you.
Thank you, Kathleen. And now let's hear some tips from the approved agents.
Another thing to be very careful of is to ask for an inventory for the property so you know exactly what furniture will be in the property, whether the beds are doubles or singles, whether the curtains are, as specified.
What about electricity rate?
Well, you need to establish very quickly whether the property includes bills or it doesn't. If it doesn't include bills, every property should have an energy performance certificate, and that certificate will give you an idea of what it costs to run. Students with pets?
Yes.
Well,
Do they have the opportunities to find a flat?
small things. I mean, we often find that students have got spiders, or sometimes fish, or some lizards, sometimes a snake. And do you know,
Dangerous creatures.
yeah, the interesting thing that we have to do is we just have to ask for the landlord's permission. But the main thing from the student's perspective is make sure you've got that in writing. Make sure you save that email. Because at the end of the tenancy, you don't want any argument about whether the rabbit was or wasn't allowed in the property or around the property. You need to know yes or no, and then you've got that evidence. A phone call can be very ambiguous sometimes. Another good thing I always think the students should do is there's nothing wrong with knocking on the door afterwards and asking the current tenants how their tenancy has been run over the last 12 months.
That's a good advice.
Just not, hi, you maybe remember we did a viewing a couple of days ago. We really like the house, but we just wanted to know, is everything run okay? Do you have any problems with the house or the way the property is managed?
As you know, finding a flat or house could be a very difficult task for students. Let's hope that this housing fair could help students to make this process a little bit easier. This has been Irina Gniausheva, KTV News.
If you would like more tips on housing, Kent Union offers advice. All you have to do is pop in and ask for help.
It was a big week for KTV drama this week as the Kent Film Festival brought us the premiere of several dramas, including KTV's first full-length feature film. George Stiles went along to mingle with the stars.
Hello, I'm George Stiles and I'm here at Wolf College for the KTV 2015 Film Festival, where the latest KTV dramas will be shown. I'm going to be speaking to members of the cast, crew and the director to see what they think of their project. So, Arnie Boise, you organised this entire evening, didn't you?
With the help of everyone else, yeah, it was all a group effort with all of KTV, so it was a group effort. We just wanted to celebrate our 6 productions we had and kind of show it off as big as we can. So yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah, it's all good. So you directed Julia Rose Marks though, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I directed that, so that's screening next, so fingers crossed it's all okay.
Okay, so we've just seen Julia Rose Marks. You were fantastic, by the way.
Thank you.
So, what was it like doing it now that you've watched it back? How does it feel?
How do I feel about
the production as a whole?
Amazing. Yeah. I feel like everyone's hard work, you could really see it within the film, so
yeah, definitely.
I'm really proud of everyone, and yeah, just really proud of...
Because you've not really done this kind of thing before, not this much, you just sort of turned up, didn't you?
I just turned, actually I didn't even turn up willingly, my friend from next door made me come, so...
What was it like on set? Was it enjoyable to film?
Yeah, it was great fun. Everyone had good banter, except me, because I'm a bit of a method actor. I had absolutely no banter, but everyone else was really close. And yeah, it was great fun.
How was Arnie as a director?
Brilliant, as always. Arnie's just the nicest person ever.
We've been hearing that a lot today, hearing a lot of praise for Arnie.
Arnie's amazing.
So we just watched Julia Rose Marks.
Yeah.
What do you think? Seeing it all put together?
Well, that was one of the strangest experiences in my life, seeing myself up there, but the hard work, I think, really paid off. You saw, a lot of the direction and the sound guys just deserve so much credit for what they've done.
So, what was it like on set? Was it a challenge to do the part? Was it... Did you just take it in your stride?
It's strange. I'm used to doing stuff on stage, so you have a lot of time to prepare the character before you start. But obviously, with a film, it's more of a process. So you see the character change towards the end of the film. And I found myself thinking, I wish I'd have done that. I wish I'd have done that. And obviously, it's one of those things. But I'm really proud of how far it's come. Who knows what the future holds for it.
Okay, so your character in the film is very dark, let's say, to spoil as little as possible.
Yeah.
So was that quite challenging to play?
It wasn't challenging to work. When I first got the script from Arnie, I was looking at my lines and I just could not stop grinning. When I was looking at each line, I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. But the thing about this, about my lines, about the character itself, is that I had all these ideas, but I knew that the character could not follow the script. I had mostly to be improvised.
Yeah.
No, because I knew that this character, the only way for him to be scary and creepy is for him to be natural, is to take every opportunity that he has in front of him and use it to his advantage and play a sort of game. My main goal was to play a game in front of Julie in a sort of life and death game. Because the audience don't know what's going to happen, that's exactly how it worked.
Yeah, it did work quite well. Yeah, so, what's in the future for you? Are you planning on trying to do more KTV productions?
Well, I'm currently in the next KTV production, Catatonia, which is after the next production that's going to air. And currently I'm assistant director to the second episode of Inside Cleopatra, which we are currently working on. And from then on, I hope to at least do more acting, more directing. I mean, I owe a lot to KTV for giving me this opportunity to work with these productions, and I will definitely not leave KTV, probably even after I leave. We'll see what happens.
So there's definitely more to see of you.
Definitely more to see, definitely more to see.
So, what particularly was challenging during it? Was the direction fine? Did you get a lot of help from Arnie along the way?
The direction was fantastic. I think the main thing was controlling weather and lighting were the hardest two things to have because we're a crew of students trying to control everything at once.
Yeah.
The fact it's such a massive project to undertake for students, so just so much stuff to do and such a short period of time to do it before this film festival made it very stressful. But you got it done at the end. But it was just a tough time.
The big issue was time management. We only had 3 months even to do a whole 90-minute feature film. So if you're thinking of doing one, I'd probably give yourself a bit more time.
So how long has the editing process been going on?
Well, we started in October. We shot a scene, I edited the scene, but it's been going on until 1 o'clock today. I think some of us haven't slept in about 30 hours, maybe.
Yeah. I started editing with Owen on sound at 4 a.m. yesterday, went all the way to 4 a.m. today, and all the way to 4 p.m. today, and just kept on going and going.
It was intense.
It was intense. It was intense.
So what's next?
I honestly don't know. We've got, at the moment, I'm supervising for the new productions KTV Drama doing. We've got, at the moment, around at least 15 productions that are going to be starting up minimum, which is all very exciting, so it's going to be fantastic. But it's really just for me personally, I don't know. I need to find the story, and I haven't found anything yet, but I'm looking out for something bigger than Julia, so at the moment I'm just enjoying everyone else's films at the moment, so yeah.
Toby, yes. You are in Julia Rose Marks, but you have the leading role in Inside Cleopatra.
I do, yeah. Yes, yeah.
So do you want to tell us a little bit about your character in Inside Cleopatra, because that's the main one?
I've been told he's just me, but slightly worse so, which I don't really know how to take that. But he's just very egotistical. He tries to be a real man's man. He's not really got much of a sensitive side, especially in this first episode. He's very much he's kind of stern, very hard-line character, just kind of cracking on with the task of sleeping with these women, really. There's not a lot of depth to him at the moment.
I'm here with Mark Simonite, the director of Encryption Episode 2. Hi, Mark.
Hi.
So, Arnie Voicey, who is the director of Julia Rose Marks, directed the first episode of Encryption, and you took over. What was that like?
I mean, it set a nice groundwork for the episode. There was sort of an established community of people who were all passionate about the project, and it also gave us something to work from. But it obviously wasn't without its challenges. There were new things to take on in the second episode that we didn't even consider for the first. So it was a nice sort of medium, really.
Could you tell us a little bit about Episode 2?
Episode 2, well, it was a difficult episode to sort of formulate, because we had Episode 1 where there were all these lines of action, and we had to find a way to sort of bring them together and continue them in a way that did them and the characters justice. Effectively, it sort of goes into the characters more. I mean, we introduced them in Episode 1, but this episode we learn a bit more about them. Yeah. There's less of a focus, say, on the action and VFX. I mean, those aspects are still there, but this is, I'd say, more about getting to know the characters.
So I'm with Tara Capel now. So Tara, you're the lead in Encryption, but you've also done some work in Julia Rose Marks, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I got the chance to play like a different character, because in Encryption I'm really quite shy and sort of introvert. So for this one I was Sophie Waters, who was like a police officer, and she doesn't like she doesn't like the main character, and so she has to be like really aggressive and mean, and she's one of the lads, so it's nice to play like a different role.
So do you enjoy being on set then? Do you enjoy this kind of work?
Yeah, the boys are really fun to work with. There's always always some jokes going on backstage and all the other things. And it's a great environment because they're all really serious, they're really excited, they all have so much enthusiasm for the take. They never say like, oh, that was rubbish. They're like, maybe do it this way. They're always really supportive.
So what's in the future? What's next?
What's next? I've been cast in Inside Cleopatra, and that's like a series. So there's going to be like episode 2 coming up next, which we'll be filming this term. But it's going to be with a new director, but I can't be right. No, I'm not sure who that is yet. That's really look forward to. It's like Skins, so it's kind of more maybe our age.
Yeah. Okay, Tom. So you directed the 3rd episode of First Draft.
I did.
So how does it feel to be on your 3rd episode?
It's very weird because I was filming the 1st episode about this time last year, so it's come quite a long way. So it's pretty scary that it's been a whole year doing it now.
Is it particularly challenging directing? Because it's a very different kind of film than the others, because it's a comedy.
Yes, it's quite hard doing comedy, particularly directing comedy, because like people have gut instincts of how to do it. And it's kind of hard. It's hard to explain how to do it. And like sometimes you film a take and you ask them to do it again, and then you watch it back in the editing and you go, no, they were just right the first time. Sometimes if you interfere too much with like how people think, what people think naturally is funny, then you kind of mess with it all.
This may be a bit of an awkward question.
Yes.
But you've done 3 episodes.
I have.
What's your favourite?
My favourite. I have to say, after seeing it with a live audience, the 3rd one is at the moment. It was so nice just hearing everybody laugh when you're editing it yourself and you're mainly playing it to one other person online.
Yeah.
They will laugh, but it's not very much. I think it's developed so much. The actors got so much more into it. I've got more confident myself. So hopefully the next episodes will improve even more.
So hi, Ottilie, you directed Someone Left the Cake Out in the Rain. So this was your first time directing, was it?
Yes, it was, yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about how that was like?
It was a challenge because, I directed a short video before, but it was like 9 minutes long, so it was, and we only had like 2 people in the crew, but this time we were like 14 in total, and it was a big challenge because it was mainly just, set in one room, so we had to work around like who was working on set at that time, and it was quite a big challenge, yeah.
Have you enjoyed the process? Has it been more challenging than enjoying?
No, it was great fun. I made a lot of friends. We had wonderful socials and got on really, really well, which was really easy and helped with the process. So it was really good. Yeah.
Okay, I'm with the cast of Someone Left the Cake Out in the Rain. So has it been quite a tight knit production? Have you all, like even the cast and crew, have you all become quite close?
Yeah, because it's such a small cast and there's like, only a certain amount of crew members you can have, and working 3-4 times a week at night in such close proximity, it was really nice to get to know each other, and we're rehearsing together, we're going out together, shooting together. It's just really fun. It's this environment you do get really close with people and make really strong bonds.
Okay, so Rob, Barney, just if you like, just tell us what your roles are.
Well, I'm the station manager of KTV.
And I'm the student media supervisor at Kent Union.
Yeah.
So, what's it like to just watch back all that's been made over the past few months?
I'm immensely proud. Like, I can just remember the point where everyone was just saying, "Oh, I want to do this project," and whether it was Inside Cleopatra or Julie Rose Marks or any of the lot. Like, it was just so amazing to see them go from just saying, "Oh, I've got this idea, let's see how it goes," to just seeing it on a big screen, and it's just amazing. I'm really happy that everyone's kind of come together and really put their efforts together to make such fantastic content, really.
And the quality has just been, I think, beyond what I expected. Like, not to doubt them at all.
No, not at all.
But when you watch other student productions, whether it's be a course or whether it's extracurricular, because there's been a bit iffy or there's something letting it down, but. Today I've laughed so much, and I just watched it and been like, wow.
So do you think an event like this will happen again after some more dramas are filmed?
Well, there's rumour of many more dramas around the corner.
I certainly hope that something like this can happen again. I couldn't say for sure. I don't want to give away any kind of confirmations, but who knows? Who knows? Fingers crossed.
Hopefully, maybe towards summer term, we'll have another sort of big showcase of all the work.
Or at the very least, Kent Film Festival 2016. Who knows? But no, fingers crossed. I mean, I hope this definitely becomes and it's something that happens each year. You know, that people feel that they can get involved every year. You know, people come with their ideas every year, and that KTV is able to kind of provide people this kind of opportunity and these kind of experiences. You know,
it's also rewarding for the cast and crew, sort of a celebration of the work for their friends to see.
For sure, absolutely.
And for them to just sort of applaud all the hard work that they're putting over the last term. So it's really beneficial that way.
It's been a great night here at the KTV Film Festival, and we've seen some fantastic films by some budding young talent. I've been George Stiles, and this is KTV News.
Keep an eye on the Kent Television YouTube channel for the release of these exciting new dramas.
It's all very exciting. I can't wait to see them all. Before we go, we better check out the weather. Over to you, George.
It's cloudy today, and it's going to remain so for most of the week up until Friday. We've also got chances of snow and rain dotted about, but definitely it's going to be cold, with lows of 2 and 3 degrees and the same biting winds we've had for most of the month. So if you're going out, try to wrap up warm. I've been George Stiles, and this is KTV News.
Thanks, George. That's all from us for now. For more news, check out Inquire, which is available across campus and online at inquirelive.co.uk.
Also, CSR FM broadcasts its local news at midday and 5 to 6 every day this week. I've been Alexander Lilly.
And I've been Maisie Golding. Thank you for watching KTV News.